Super Mario Brothers 2 USA.
The GPA version.
Yes, this is the version I played. Really, I didn't play the NES version as a kid, so we're going with this one. This is part of the Super Mario Advance series on the Game Boy Advance.
This is what, number 1?
Yes, this is the original Advance.
What Mario World is Advance 2 and the Yoshi Island 4.
And 4 was Super Mario Brothers 3. But the fourth installment, the third game had the e-reader card.
Oh, that.
Yeah, it's a little experiment done, try to do, just use the swipe cards and
they tried to add DLC.
Yeah, it was like DLC before DLC came out. To be quite honest, because I don't think DLC didn't come out to like the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 era.
The original DLC.
Yeah, I guess you can say.
I don't remember there being clouds here.
But it wasn't, well, the difference between this and NES is they added some things to it, so some things don't look exactly like the NES counterpart. But originally, this is not really as I said, it's USA, because in Japan, this game was not Super Mario Bros. 2. This game in Japan was called Doki Dok Panic. The original Super Mario Bros. 2 is our Lost Levels that we got on the All-Stars on Super NES. Or the Super Nintendo, or SNES, it depends how you want to call it. But, yeah. Main reason why people don't know is Lost Levels is hard. It's challenging. And we Americans think it was too challenging that we had to
they thought it was too challenging.
Well, Nintendo America at the time saw it as too hard for us Americans to play. So they decided to reskin another game by Shigeru Miyamoto. And then we got what we got. Now we would, as we can see, we won't see this, system like this, pick characters between Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Princess Peach until 3D World, but at the time, that's pretty damn good. Excuse me. Now, in this game, it works much differently than the original Super Mario Brothers. The original Super Mario Brothers is pretty much was a vertical, I would say a horizontal way of going through platforms and stuff like that. This here goes through vertically. You actually go up and down.
This is the first Mario game that did that.
Mario game, yeah, pretty much. Unless you want to count the original Donkey Kong, where you had to go up. That's about it.
If during that waterfall, if you went to the left, there was a shortcut to the end boss of this.
Yeah, well, you have to blow up some rocks, then you go straight to the jump. Now, if you notice, that we have some new things that's added. Yeah, we don't have the fire flower like we did last time, but we do. In fact, Mario has a life bar this time. Every world starting, it doesn't matter, world 1 or 1 2. Super Mario Brothers 2 USA actually has a health bar, which you need to go find hidden mushrooms within secret doors with a secret potion.
We have to throw them certain.
Yeah, you got to place them in a certain area to get it. Now, I don't go off of it. And as you notice, while not in the original NES version, there are acorns, because like I said, this is the Game Boy Advance, which has some differences between that and the original NES Classic, in which, these acorns is more bragging rights, more or less. Damn, I hate this. Yeah, and I died. I guess I didn't edit it because it just shows you another problem I have with the GBA version.
7.
Sometimes you can't really see what you're doing when you go up until it transitions at times, and sometimes you get hurt. Another new thing is that you don't bounce off of enemies like I'm doing right now. You have to pick them up underneath your feet to throw them and knock them to other enemies and get some health and stuff like that.
Super jumps.
Yes, and super jumps.
And each character has like their different
Yes,
certain abilities.
that's correct. Mario is your average person who has average power, average strength, average speed, yada yada yada. Luigi's difference is he has butter under his feet, but he has a delayed jump, which you can stay in the air for a little while.
He also jumps higher, doesn't he?
Yes. Peach can pick up things faster, like coins and stuff like that, but she can also hover. And to be quite honest, I'm going to be switching to Peach here.
Don't you even show off every character?
No, I think I just show Mario and Peach. I don't go show off Luigi or Toad. In fact, if you want to really go through this game, just play as Peach. In fact, there are some characters that just don't work with certain levels, in my opinion. I'm sure there's a lot more experted people on this game that can do it with every single character, but I am not.
Or know which
Peach is considered just being the easy mode, really.
And also, they know which character is good for which level.
Now, what we see here is, if you collect coins while you're behind the secret door, you get a bonus chance, which allows you to get some lives. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that if you get everything that you have, like I almost did there, if I had one more Shy Guy, I think it's 5 lives.
There were Sniffers. The guys with the mask that shoots things.
Yes. Yes, they look the same to me, I know.
Also, forgot to mention that.
Racist, I get it. And you can see here,
that can happen.
Yeah, you gotta time yourself on that one.
Oh, instead of flag goals, there's bird statues.
Yes.
And also forgot to mention that Birdo made its first appearance.
Yeah, this is where Birdo makes its.
I think isn't Birdo the guy that tried to be a girl?
In the Japanese version, but in us Americans, we can't do transgender things, so we have to make her by. I think in Nintendo's logic, I think Birdo identifies as a female, I suppose. And sometimes it often pairs as a potential, not really clear love interest for Yoshi. Nobody's not canon or anything like that, but Mario's been doing the same thing for a lot of years, so we don't know if it's what's canon, what's not canon. I don't pay attention to enough of that.
Are these also the first appearance of bombs? Wait, no, bombs don't exist. It's just regular bomb.
Yeah, we actually do see bomb bombs in this game later down the road.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I never got far enough there.
Yeah, we'll run into some bombs and super bombs.
I've never once finished the first 4 Mario games, 1 through 3.
Like I said,
the first Mario game
I only played this version. This is, I don't know. Of a handful of times if I've beaten this game, I would probably say a handful.
I think the first Mario game I actually beat in the way that came out was, I think, Super Mario 64.
Yeah. I'll probably go on record saying 64 is my favorite Mario game. In fact, I think it's probably one of my most played Mario games is 64. When we get around to that, I don't know, but at some point we will get around to it.
Probably that, maybe Galaxy 2. I think Galaxy 2 might be my favorite, but I think 64 and Galaxy 2 are probably my most played one.
I've played Galaxy and Galaxy 2. How many times I've completed it? Not a handful.
Never.
But I know I've played and beaten Mario 64 more than I can count. Probably 64 times.
Why not?
Yeah, might as well be, but there is something different. In the original NES, the battle happens right after that, but in the Game Boy Advance, you'll see the characters talking. They get voice actors and whatnot, which was not, in the original.
The first time I put voice actors was it this one?
It's in the mainstream Mario games, it was 64. But there was a computer, learn like a learning, for children, which debuted Charles Martinet as Mario. Never played it, but I think officially.
Mario teaching type. Mario teach types.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. I'm not too familiar with it. I only know about that like a few years ago, to be quite honest. Ooh, I got lucky on that one. That appeared just right in time. I don't go for all the, like the heart containers and stuff like that, but I do go through most of what I can get.
Did you have like a guide to tell you where these potions need to be go at?
Yes. I don't play this game too often to remember, but there'll be sometimes I'll screw up and kind of go, ah, damn. Like, there'll be times I'll use the door, but sometimes I'm not in the right spot I should be and accidentally use it. But when we get there, I'll probably mention where it's actually at.
Did we ever mention what Toad does? What's his specialty? Doesn't
He can run. He can run. He can run very fast, and he can do some pretty good jumps, I believe.
We just skipped Toad entirely.
Yeah. Sorry to all Toad fans.
What are those things called? Sparks?
Yeah, Sparks. Sparkster. I think it's Sparkster.
I don't know, I think it was last one that had the mask that chased you when you picked up the key. Those called Phantoms or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they haven't brought those back after this game. It's only in this game. And also the final boss of this game, Wart, we only see here, and I think he makes a cameo in Link's Awakening for the Game Boy.
DX.
Well, yeah.
It was only DX because it required to. Didn't it allow you to get access to a dungeon that was only in DX? Or I'm thinking of something else.
I think you might be both, but to tell you the truth, I haven't played Link's Awakening.
I did. I think I got to I think it was on top of a mountain. Like the boss was a giant bird. I don't know what it was, but I did get far.
But yeah, that's about it. We also have.
I like how we're talking about Zelda games when we're playing them.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. It's just whatever comes to mind.
There's a lot of Mario cameos in Zelda and non-Zelda.
Oh yeah, because it's made by the same person. Ooh.
I couldn't tell you what would be the first Zelda.
And that is something, yeah. That is something new. You probably notice if you're trying to play this on the original NES game, health doesn't really show up a lot. In fact, I think it's up to how many enemies you defeat to get get a heart piece coming out. In the advance here, they're kind of well better at that than the original NES.
Here's Mouser, I think was his name. Mouser?
Mouser.
Yeah, Mouser.
No, Mouser.
Yeah, it was like mixed between Mouse and Mouser. Mouser.
Well, you said meow like a cat. No,
I
he ain't
know.
a cat.
He's
a
I messed up.
mouse. He's a mouse with a bomb. And probably the reason why he ain't in most other games because of the bomb. If you ask me, I think that's kind of stupid.
Wasn't he also in 3 or World or something like that? Was he only in this game?
Only in this game.